Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here. Time for another blind commentary. Mentally advanced again today, episode 19, Over a Barrel. It's over 12 minutes long, so I'm going to save my time for at the end. Let's begin. Okay. And we got our disclaimer. And Rarity and Applejack.
Explain to me again why I'm not at my boutique and am instead escorting an apple tree all the way out to the desert. Well, Miss Rarity, I reckon that it's a really important journey. Important to whom, exactly? To me. It's important to me. And y'all are my friends, so thank you very much. AJ, I hate you. Openly and truly, I do not keep it a secret. Oh well, I will. Because y'all are going to help me lift this here tree and take it to wherever it needs to go as soon as we get wherever it is that we're going.
I hate you.
You are every bit as stupid as this trip if you think I'm going to help you lift a tree. Would you just stop your belly aching? I paid for your tickets. I feel like this is a pretty fair deal. I never said that you wouldn't help me lift an apple tree. And I don't suppose that you're familiar with opportunity cost because you are a Mud Pony High School dropout. If I skip a week of work, it will still cost me 1,000 bits. Oh well, then why'd y'all come along, Miss Theoretical High Fashion working all the time even though I know you don't have a job right now? Oh, I do not expect you to know how I work, and the fact that although I'm not working all the time, when I do work, I'm working very hard. And besides, everyone else was going and I didn't want to be excluded, and I thought you were gonna go and see your rich family in Manhattan. My family in Manhattan are orange farmers. This is an apple tree.
Yeah?
Now, I can understand if you couldn't
Should
tell
have
the difference
been
between one apple tree and another. But
pretty
if you
big
can't
giveaway
tell the
there.
difference between an apple and an orange? Well, so much for your highfalutin education. Is that so? Well, you know what? I was talking to the bachelor herd, and do you know what they said? They all agreed that those little freckles of yours, those white spots, they look like a fungal infection. I'm sorry, can y'all speak up?
Oh, wow.
The only thing I can hear is the honk of the town bicycle. Joke's on you. I don't have a horn. I have a bell, and I'm about to ring yours.
Hey, guys, there's something going on up here.
Man, look at all those fat, horny guys.
It makes me want to kill myself. They're bison, Dash.
Hey! Yes! You
Fat, horny
are
guys.
filthy!
They're a little too close to the train.
Oh, I'll go and tell them. Hey!
Good job, Rainbow Dash.
And thus ends the terrible reign of Rainbow Dash. Yes.
Hey, they're stealing my tree! Wasn't Spike sleeping under the bed in that car? Oi! What in the hell is going on? Oh yeah, there he is.
Spike, save the tree! Breathe fire on him!
I hold all of you responsible!
Well,
And he held out the last syllable
Rayburn.
of responsible, and that's the last we saw of him. Those bison ran off with our tree and took Twilight's pet Spike with them. Are you the cousin that AJ slept with?
Spike is really more of a slave than a pet. I mean, he's bitten kids.
oh yes, I remember that now.
Heads up.
So,
sleepover
gossip with your
episode.
friends, huh?
I don't exactly say nothing. Just Rarity's kind of extrapolating from some stuff. I don't know, AJ. If I were you, I might extrapolate with him.
We ain't gonna have to get married, no, are we?
No. Extrapolating just means there's a lot of insubstantial rumors and no reason for anyone to be worried.
Oh, thanks, Celestia.
Yeah, praise be, though I don't know if we should be thanking Celestia yet. It's in our hooves, you know, if the family has its way.
Yeah, sure, not to eliminate, hey, speaking of family, how's your brother doing?
He's fine. He said hello. Granny's still kicking. Applebloom hasn't got her cutie mark yet, but it'll come in time. She seems to take a shine to fixing stuff.
Well, that's good. So your brother, though, is he still...
Okay.
Does he still practice? Does he still like to practice in the bachelor herd during the off-seasons?
Why, Brayburn, I don't know. I don't keep up with that sort of thing.
Does he ever say it helps out a lot?
It don't, I imagine.
Okay.
So about Spike, the tree, and the buffalo.
Right. Well, it's a right big deal because, as you know, well, we've all busted our humps trying to get this apple orchard starting in the desert.
Oh, I know something you can bust. Just ignore her, please. We're moving on.
Anyway, the earth is hard, cracked, lacks nutrients, there's virtually zero rainfall, the soil pH is all wrong, and on top of that, we haven't done a great job pruning the fruit to prevent the tree limbs from breaking. Those
Sounds
horned
wonderful.
Buffalo are going to be the death of this harvest. We've established
Really?
ourselves here, and then they showed up demanding the right to stampede across this land. And for what? I don't know. We didn't ask. But just look, the town is approximately no more than 50 feet across. Why don't they just go around us?
Good point.
Man, I'm lost in
Why
the
don't
desert.
they?
Any minute now, I'm gonna get attacked by giant scorpions. There is much worse things awaiting Rainbow Dash than scorpions. Yes. Pinkie, what are you doing in the desert? Wait, are you a mirage? Pinkie Pie is a menagerie of justice and suffering. Yes, her piercing gaze saw through the fakery of your death. Who are you evading, Rainbow Dash? Your methods are amateur. Yes. You gotta be quiet. I'm evading giant scorpions. Also help me keep an eye out for
Oh,
those
wow.
big fat horny guys.
Big fat horny guys.
Oh no, what the crap is this? You fly away, Pinkie. I'll stay and fight.
Now there's no need for that. Skittles and Crazy are with me. So it turns out they stole AJ's tree because they really hate the apple orchard that her family is putting together. Also, they hate ponies, but they're okay with dragons.
How'd they know we had the tree?
I didn't ask. I guess they guessed.
Well, then how would they know that the tree was specifically in the caboose?
Does it really matter?
It so totally does matter. What if the tree was in like one of the front cars instead of the caboose?
Eh?
Well, I'd derail the whole train and kill everyone.
Rainbow Dash
That's
asking
me.
some
I can't speak for them.
How come
reasonable
AJ
questions.
is building an orchard in the desert?
I got kidnapped before I even got to Appaloosa, and besides, I try not to ask questions because it never makes sense.
It's all very suspicious.
I can tell you why they are building an orchard. To make money by impeding our stampeding path.
Who's this fat guy?
This is Strongheart Dash. She's not fat or a guy. She's a person.
I don't know how to tell their gender.
Same way you tell a mare from a stallion.
I am not here to look at buffalo butt.
Not here for any reason.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, the point I was trying to make is that we have tried to
So it's like
negotiate
a
with the
Indian
police, but
accent.
we have made no progress.
Okay, now when you said negotiate, do you
Actual
mean like
Indian,
you cry
not
in the
American
store?
Indian.
Because my mom says that when you make one-sided demands, that is not negotiating.
That is very disrespectful. It is our land. We're not going to offer anything to use our own land. Look, she's really slow, so let's have Chief Thunderhooves lay it out and then decide on a death sentence or something.
The annual stampede is a lengthy ritual symbolic of the endless cycle of death and rebirth. Each year it is done, and every year we perform a choreographed song and dance number about the travels.
But this year, there will be no song or dance routine. How can we choreograph when we have to travel 50 feet to the left or to the right just to get around this town?
When I am reincarnated, I do not want to be told that we could not do this because I was too lazy in a previous life.
I know how it is to be struck by fear with laziness. I will assist you.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's our plan for saving Rainbow Dash from those buffalo. We wander off into the desert, and then it works itself out.
We'll save time by finding you
Brilliant plan.
buffaloes. Yes.
Does anyone else just feel clumsy and all over the place today?
And look, I brought a buffalo. I brought it here to negotiate with you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. You guys are building on their land, so all you gotta do is clear some of the trees so they can run through there, and that's it. That's my plan.
Well, clearing a path would cost us 250,000 bits at least.
Okay, I'll go tell them. So they said the land is worth like 250,000 bits, Chief Fat Guy.
Are you being serious right now? Our land is worth 250,000 bits? Well then tell them they can have it for 250,000 bits.
So they said you could have the land for 250,000 bits.
Oh, well, no way, that's insane. It'd take us generations to earn back that money.
Yeah, but you're gonna be here for generations. That's how come the land is worth so much.
No. 1,000,000,000 bits right now is worth way more than 1,000,000,000 bits several generations down the line. Don't y'all know how to do cost projections?
I sure don't.
Well, you've got
Yeah,
to figure
I'm
out
not
a lot
surprised,
of inflation
Rainbow.
and so on. Basically, no, this land don't got infinite worth.
So apparently, I think I misunderstood how much the land was worth. That's how much they spent on the apples.
They spent 250,000,000 on apples?
Yeah, I mean, AJ's family is just nuts about apples, although I guess that was maybe how much they thought it would be worth in the future. I don't know, Brayburn tried to explain, but it was just apple-based insanity.
Okay, do not tell anyone I tried to sell the land. The land is sacred.
Okay,
They cannot have the land if they are not going to pay us somehow. Tell them they cannot have the land.
so they say you guys can't have the land unless you pay for it, so here's the deal. They said if you're not willing to negotiate, then you have to pay them 250,000,000 bits to use some of the land.
What? That is outrageous. It
Okay.
is our sacred land. Tell them they can lick my butthole.
So they said you could have the land if you lick the chief's butt.
Would that really make this go away?
Of course not. Good lord, what do these ponies think of us?
Now, why did he offer it if it wasn't a serious negotiation?
I cannot believe he thought that was an offer. What kind of depraved society do you come from? I was trying to indicate that his proposal of us paying him is unacceptable.
And here I thought we were almost at a literal bottom to the solution for this conflict. Well, how about this? We'll give them a yield of our crops every year, and we'll lay down a trail for them to use that goes around the orchard.
The land is sacred and worth 250 million bits. I am not going to settle for an apple pie once or twice a year as payment for this outrage. I think they need to be buffalo in the first place. Have that fellow marry my daughter. That might solve it.
I don't want to get married.
Too bad. This is for politics.
Oh, gee, I don't know about marriage. I've been thinking, and maybe, I might be more happy as a bachelor.
He dares snub my daughter's hoof in marriage? I will see to it that he is boiled alive. We will strip the skin from his very flesh and wear it as a symbol of our rightful heritage over the region.
It is okay, I am not mad. He was kind of a girly horse anyway, and I'm not into that.
He has hurt your self-esteem. He will be killed.
Now wait, why am I the target of aggression? You tell him that if he's gonna wear my skin, I'll have his ass on a plate.
Again with this? I have had enough. It is time for war.
Okay, so something went wrong. I think I need a do-over.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they put Rainbow Dash in charge of everything there. That probably wasn't a good idea. Okay. So, first the in-text. He started with a bit about the episode, its reception, and his thoughts on it. Personally, I never really had a problem with this episode. It's a silly, goofy one, but I think that's a lot of its strength and its charm. That neither side really has a strong complaint, and that the answer is ultimately so obvious is, I think, a lot of the entire point that was trying to be made here. Second bit was more taking it all too seriously and was about the portrayal of the buffalo, something that I expected he'd get into. He goes on about how the idea of cowboys and Indians, which the episode played off of, isn't historically accurate and instead comes from Hollywood. I say, yeah, so what? I understand the want to be culturally sensitive, but film and iconography isn't any less worthy of reference than history. It's not out to make fun of stereotypes, as he puts it, but instead I think just to use familiar motifs to get across simple points. And the final page was mostly irrelevant at this point, about him spending time with his girlfriend and about barbecue being good. There's something I can agree to at least. Honestly, I wasn't really looking forward to this particular episode, as it just doesn't seem like a very welcoming one for parody. I would say that even the UFP episode for this one wasn't very good. Ultimately, I guess it turned out decent enough. It started out pretty strong, actually. My enthusiasm became somewhat lessened shortly after Rainbow Dash met the buffalo. But on the whole, I think I liked this one more than I thought I would. It was better than I was expecting. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was okay. Next one is what is it? A Bird in the Hoof. That should be good. I'll be curious to see what they do with that one. Celestia and Fluttershy. That should be interesting. Hope you liked the commentary. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.